What is up, everybody? CJ's back with more Rangers reviews. This one I'll be giving my thoughts not on the preseason game against was it Philadelphia. We're going 4-2 the last preseason game. I'll just be doing my review on the cuts and the final roster for your New York Rangers. So, Elias Andersson didn't make the team. I'm not happy about that. Andersson did not make the team out of camp, as we all kind of presumed he would, especially after a strong showing this preseason. The issue is, and I'm going to go to my scapegoat. You can't even see me right now, it's so dark out. My scapegoat, fucking Vladislav Namestnikov, still being on the GD team, because if he wasn't there, then Andersson would get those top 9 minutes the Rangers so want to give him, because they don't want to give him the fourth line minutes, they want to give him top 9 minutes, and they don't want to waste him on the fourth line. So I'm going to blame Namestnikov for that one, even though he did have a strong final preseason game. Well, kind of strong. Fucking McLeod made the team, as we all kind of tricked ourselves into thinking he wouldn't, but he did. I'm going to guess when Bolesky gets back, maybe McLeod goes down and Bolesky stays. I don't know. It's nothing against Cody McLeod, because I like the guy. I don't think he's terrible. I just don't think he's good. I don't know. It's a rebuilding team. We have Adam McQuaid. Why do we need 2 fighters? You know, it's not the old NHL where each team has 3 or 4 guys that could fucking rumble and are going to try to put people through the boards, you know? Each team maybe has 1 or 2 guys. Maybe. 1 guy. There's not even such a thing as a good one. They have guys that can hit. Every team has a guy that can hit and lay the body. Well, maybe not even every team anymore. But either way, just unnecessary. All right, you know, and I'm happy for Brett. I'm glad Brett Howard made the team. But how are you going to sit here and tell me you don't want to give Elias Andersson fourth line minutes, but you're going to give it to Brett Howden? And it's nothing against Brett Howden, because I wanted him to make this team. And I want him to be on the team, even if it's just a fourth line center, because I want to see Brett Howden in the NHL against NHL competition. I do want to see that. I'm not upset about that. But I'm just saying, how can you do it for Howden but not do it for Elias Andersson? Especially when, and nothing against Jesper Fast, because I like Jesper Fast, and I think he's earned this. You give Fast top 9 minutes. You're telling me you couldn't put Elias Andersson on a fucking wing? You're telling me you couldn't put him on the third line? A third line center or a third line wing and bump down Namestnikov to the fourth line? Or Foss to the fourth line? Or VC to the fourth line? You tell me you couldn't do that? Really? I find that hard to believe. That's just kind of annoying. You know, that annoys the fucking shit out of me. Because I'd rather a team without Vlad Namestnikov, so Elias Andersson can get top 9 minutes. And you want to see Andersson in the NHL. He worked his ass off in the summer. He worked his ass off in Traverse City. Played great in the freaking preseason, and he's rewarded with getting sent down to the minor leagues. You know, I don't know. I just think it's a little ridiculous. I thought he was good enough to make the team. I thought he was easily good enough to make the team. I thought he could have been our second, or even maybe pushing it, second line center, third line center this year without an issue. But I don't know. Apparently, I see otherwise. And I get it's at the end of the road. We'll probably see him later in the season. But dude's 20 years old, 7th overall pick. We don't want to fucking wait. We want to see this guy in the NHL. We want to see him now, especially because he's ready. He's ready for the NHL. No, wait. Top line minutes of the minor. You're still fucking wasting them. You know, like he's better than that. It sucks. It really sucks, because I don't think Namestnikov. Oh my god, he had 1 good preseason game, and it was half of a game, and that was last night. 2 nights ago, whatever it was. That was the only good preseason game he had. And he got a spot over Elias Andersson. I get it. You're not going to send down a $4 million player that you just signed. But still, why couldn't we just fucking trade the guy? I don't think he's that good. You know, I don't know. You know what? I mean, it is what it is at this point. I'm on like a freaking broken record like this with this crap. But, anyway, the lines in practice today were pretty cool. You obviously had KZB. You had VC, Hayes, and McLeod. McLeod was filling in for Zuccarello, who had a maintenance day. Spooner, Keitel as the 3C, and Fost on the right. And then you had Lethierry, Howden, and and names on the Nemesnikov, Howden, Lettieri. Now, if you want to figure Elias Anderson into this equation like I want to, I would have put Foss on the fourth line, moved Keitel to the right or left wing, and put Anderson as the third line center over Keitel. And then do what you will with one of Howden, Nemesnikov, and Lettieri. You figure that out. You take one of them out, I don't care. I'd rather see Howden and Lettieri and Nemesnikov get shipped off for a bag of pucks. And I don't know, I'm not the only person I learned that doesn't really like Vlad Nemesnikov. I'm not the only person that doesn't think he's that good. You know, and listen, I'll give credit where credit is due. The shot he took against the Flyers, the one-timer, his third goal of the game, that was a nice goal. It was a good shot. And every now and again, he'll do stuff like that. But I feel like for the most part, he's nothing but just raw talent. And raw talent that he'll never live up to. I feel like he's not a fast skater. He's slow. I don't know. I don't see it with Vlad Nemesnikov. I don't see it. I don't think we can win with him. I think he's a hindrance to this team. I don't think he's that good at all. I think he's a negative value right now for us. Now, granted, you send him to another team, maybe he'll do great. You send him back to Tampa Bay, maybe he'll be a 40-50 point guy again. But with this team, he doesn't fucking fit in. He doesn't belong. I don't like him. I don't want him on this team. Nothing against him as a person, or everything against him as a player. I don't think he's that freaking good. Moving on from that. Defensively, Clayson, Pionk, Smith, Stahl, Shea Shaddy, Shea Shaddy, Smith, Stahl, Pionk, Clayson, and I'm missing one. 8 defensemen. Did I not say one? Smith, Shaddy, Pionk, Stahl. I'm gonna get it. Pionk, Stahl, Clayson, D'Angelo. Those are your 8. So I like the 8 that we have. Now I'm gonna presume that David Quinn wants to win. So the healthy scratches, and there's nothing against Clayson, but the healthy scratch would be Clayson and Mark Stahl. Because the other 6 grinded their way into a top 6 role. I think they earned it. I don't think Stahl, although it looked pretty good in the preseason, I don't think he should have a spot. I don't think Clayson should play every single night. That's also contingent on Brendan Smith and Adam McQuaid seeing how they do, but D'Angelo and Pionk got to play every night. So does Shea and Shaddy. But yeah, that's all I got time for, guys. Just got home after a ride home from work, so I'm tired. For those of you that, well, no, I just found this out today. I probably will not have any NHL 19 content out for a long time. My Elgato's broken as fuck, and I'm working 7 days a week now. So, and going to school. I just have a lot on my plate. So I'm trying to figure it out with NHL 19, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyways, comment down below your thoughts on the final roster and the cuts, and I'll see you guys next one.